Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world's confusing me. Clouds as mean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a place of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you
My name's Officer Grace, and I'm watching Elk TV. Sounded good?
Hello, Burlington High School. It's Aidan. I'm back. We're back on news after great.
Where is Jessica?
I'm back.
What we do here is go back.
Well, as you can see, Aiden's finally back, and I'm Grayson. So,
Try to take my spot?
I could if I wanted to.
No, you couldn't.
Yes, I
No.
could. Yes.
All right.
All right.
So today in the news, Avengers Endgame dropped over the weekend. Good movie.
It's an amazing movie.
No spoilers, we promise.
No spoilers. Don't spoil it for anybody else either if you have seen the movie and they haven't seen it. All right, Avengers Endgame made $1.2 billion over its opening weekend, crushing the other record, which was set by Infinity War.
Dude, it made in the not even the day it came out, but like because you know how they have those Thursday night pre showings.
Yeah.
On that alone, it made 60 million like on the first night.
That's
so like,
funny.
jeez,
They were rolling in dough over that. All right, so
it was a really good movie. Personally, in sense of like holy crap moments, I kind of think Infinity War is better. It was still good. Still really good.
yeah, but that one scene.
Which one scene? There's many one scenes.
That one scene made it all worth it. I'm not gonna tell you though. All right, on to school news.
Now I'm worried. All right.
Okay, yeah, Prom After Dark. They're holding that. Prom After Dark is going to be.
It's like the after party at the prom.
Yeah, you don't have to actually go to prom.
Yeah, on top of that, it's not really an after party. If you don't want to go to prom, you can still go to Prom After Dark.
And isn't it like at 3 a.m. or something?
No. So prom ends like I don't know what time prom ends, but they open up the doors to Prom After Dark. I think 11, and then the first like release time is at 3 a.m. So if you want to stay wherever you're out there at, I think it's here actually. But basically, you show up, they let you in, you get to party for a little bit longer. Then because prom's already over. And then, so how it's gonna work is at 3 a.m.
Till the sun comes up, baby.
At 3 a.m. they're gonna let y'all out. If you want to leave before 3 a.m., I think they call your parents. Coffee house happened. I didn't go. I saw people's stories. It looks fun. Cole and his group recreated the scene from Mean Girls, the Jingle Bell Rock. So I'm gonna find that video and put that in there without Cole's consent.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing, the bushels are fine.
also making a movie, Mr. Sandman. It's a comedy murder mystery. Me and Aiden have to stay to like
10 o'clock at night.
at school.
Filming.
Filming.
It's gonna be the first LTV. The first. I feel like we're gonna make more. We're gonna make more movies. We'll make
Are
more
we making
movies,
a
right?
Wonder Twins movie?
No, Rod is making a Wonder Twins movie. That's a completely different thing. It's the LTV original movie. It's kind of based off of like And Then There Were None and all those kind of murder mysteries, but it has its own little LTV and Randy Elock twist on it.
Who's the murderer? You'll never know unless you watch the movie.
It's pretty good. Alright, well that's all for news.
I'm Grayson,
I'm Aiden.
and this has been Elk News. You know, I think Jessica was
No.
Jessica was way better than you.
This is my thing. It's my time.
I'm Miss Jared, and you're watching Elk TV.
What's up, Elk Nation? I'm Briggs.
I'm Samuel.
And you're watching Elk Sports.
In school sports, our boys varsity baseball team played against Granbury High School. Their first game on Tuesday was a disappointing 6-5 loss due to weather. On Friday, the Elks won in extra innings 1-0, off a Nick Cartwell walk-off single. Senior Cameron Hawk also provided with 13 strikeouts.
The Elks tied with Granbury for 3rd and 4th place and played in the playoff tiebreaker game at the Depot in Cleburne, home of the Cleburne Railroaders. By scoring 8 runs in the first 4 innings, the Elks won with a final of 8-4. The Elks are now seated at 3rd place in playoffs and will play South Hills High School on Friday.
For softball, the Lady Elks won their playoff series against South Hills High School. With the final score being 21-2 and 17-1, the Lady Elks will play a tough opponent in Boswell next week.
For news on our track season, we now go to Dylan and Silas.
I'm Silas Mall.
And I'm Dylan McMullen.
And these are the results for Burleson track.
Freshman Ace Garcia finished 3rd in the district meet and 6th in the area meet in the 2-mile.
Caleb Kirby finished 3rd in area and 7th in regionals in the pole vault.
Janiyah Nennison qualified for the 4x4 high jump and 200. In the 200, she finished 11th out of 16. In high jump, she finished 9th out of 16. And in the 4x4, she finished 10th out of 17.
The 2019 BHS cross country season is starting this summer.
Open practices will be held in July at the BHS practice fields. We welcome anyone to come and join us.
If you want to be part of all this, feel free to join the 2020 track team next year.
Now back to you guys.
And now for news on the NHL playoffs, we go to Mr. Rudd and Max.
Hello, Elk Nation. This is Rockford Rudd.
And this is Max Alford.
And we're going to talk to you about the Stars. Great series against St. Louis Blues. Last night, they won 4-2 to tie the series at 2, and they're headed back to St. Louis. What are your thoughts on this series?
It's a good series. Both teams have really good goaltending. They were 1-2 in the league all season, and it's a battle of goaltending right now and great defense.
Awesome. So do you think the Stars can win this series?
I do. I think probably 7 games, but I think the Stars can win it.
So if they win this series, then where do they go from there? Do you think they can go all the way?
I feel like goaltending wins championships in hockey, and I feel like with the Stars being one of the best too, along with the St. Louis Blues, I feel like whoever wins the series has a pretty good chance to go all the way.
Awesome, great. So the Stars are pretty fortunate right now. They've got their superstars, you know, the slightly older guys. They're not an old team, but they've got the slightly older guys, the Jamie Benns and the Tyler Sagans and all those superstars. But they've got this crop of young guys that's come up that have really showed up in the playoffs. You've got 19-year-old Miro Heiskanen. You've got John Klingberg. You've got Essa Lindell. And then you've got Rope Hintz. And these guys are all 24 years or younger. What are your thoughts on the future for the Stars with these guys?
Well, right now they're playing at a really high level, and it's really coming important for the Stars, especially with their scoring troubles all season. But they're playing really good, and I feel like we have a good team going forward and a good team right now with them being so young and playing at such a high level.
Awesome. Thanks, Max. Back to you guys.
And lastly, for a recap on Dirk's amazing NBA career, we go to Justin.
Hey guys, I'm Justin Perry on Elk Nation, and today I'll be talking about the retirement of Dirk Nowitzki from the Mavs. At his last home game ever, Dirk dropped a whooping 30 points after the game. He sadly announced his retirement to the Dallas home crowd. and I'm probably gonna miss him about. And at his last game ever in San Antonio, he dropped 20 points to show everyone how much of a GOAT he is. Dirk ended his career with 1 MVP and 1 championship under his name.
The NBA playoffs kicked off last week, and there have been nothing but must-see TV, with the Blazers beating OKC 4-1, with the Game 5 of Damian Lillard dropping 50 points and also a game winner, sent the Thunder home.
In the Eastern Conference, the main topic was the 76ers versus the Nets. In Game 1, the Nets stunned the 76ers at home, winning the game. After Game 2, Jared Dudley had some comments about Ben Simmons, saying that he was just an average player. Ben Simmons then went on to completely destroy the Nets and send them home, and the Sixers won the series 4-1.
Finally, the Spurs fought their way to Game 7 against the 2-seeded Nuggets. With the whole game being close in the fourth quarter, the Spurs failed to foul, causing them to lose by 4 points.
That's all this week for sports. I'm Briggs.
I'm Sam, and this has been
Elk Sports.
My name is Christian Spivey, and this is Elk TV. Hacky Sack Stylie.
My head really hurts. We're going to Disney World?
We're gonna go eat at Disney World.
We're going to Disney World! Disney World!
Cloud goggles stay on. You good?
I took some ibuprofen.
Leave me alone now.
Hey bro, look at that iPhone X.
Leave me alone. We're just saying that it looks like Texas, but more green and less hot. Wow, wow, because there's no palm trees in Texas.
Hey, out front of In-N-Out, there's palm trees.
No, but I'm about to. Yo, bro, you vlogging?
I hate you.
I'm vlogging. Are you vlogging?
I shouldn't have said anything. Leave me alone.
Yeah, Disney day 1.
Like minute 3.
Datney and then Disney. Get it? Like Datney.
Yeah, no, I got it. It's
Okay.
not funny.
Okay, so guys, I want to look up what roller coaster you want to go on first. Oh my god, a dinosaur! Where?
Bro, are you really?
How much is it for a lightsaber?
35.
Are they like on?
They all light up. You're welcome to play with them.
Okay.
They all light up a big noise. How much is it?
Bro. It's actually a really good one.
He's just.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Don't you have one at home?
Yeah, but not one that's worth $35.
Oh my gosh.
I hate you.
Not bad. Bro,
Not bad. Make my pocket legs.
Stop.